This appears to be an AliExpress package. These appear to be above average on the Kelvin connector scale, although I believe they would be hard to fasten wire to without taking them apart. But they do seem to come apart with a Phillips head screw. That might be an advantage. And they have strain reliefs that fit in here, like that. And they're grooved or marked to be cut. Can't see them. There's markings for different diameter wire cables to come in. And you have the opportunity to bring a cable in or a pair of wires. So these strain reliefs are, if you don't use them, you don't install them, which is a nice thing. They are inherently color coded. So these are nicer than the common ones you see. Here they are on the Ali seller page. And they're available with leads and connectors. I bought the bare clamp. And something we need to note here is you can read a lot into this. Apparently this coating, which I assume would be a variety of titanium, is really orichalcum or orichalcum, according to this. Now, this hasn't been around for a couple thousand years. Here I have an article, I think this writing is in Greek, about these pieces being found, and it's attributed to the mines in Atlantis. So somehow the Chinese have not only discovered Atlantis, which has been gone for a few thousand years, they've also managed to open the mines and can obtain enough of this stuff that they can sell these for $10 a pair. The Chinese are truly amazing. I think this is from eBay. It's a couple of ICs. 74 SL 73s. $4.38 a piece. I think I purchased these through eBay, but I'm not sure what his seller's name is. And here we have another, more than one thing in it. So this is a resistance substitution board in 10th ohm steps. So here's some 10th ohm resistors: 1, 10, 100, 1000, so up to 1 megohm. So 10 megohms. And for some reason, I mean, I knew I was buying it enclosed, but this enclosure is designed to fit on one of two rails. I'm not sure why you would want this in a rail mount configuration. I thought the enclosure, or the mounting system, was something just to keep it off the workbench. This decade resistance device cost $9 with this plastic shell. Had it come bare, it would have been about $1 less. So it's worth getting the enclosure. Global Go Store on AliExpress. This is an AliExpress package. Take the little one first. It's a little spool of fishing line. So here's the AliExpress sellers page for this 120 meters long pink 21-pound test line. It cost $548 plus $257 shipping. I'll give this to the fellow in the neighborhood who's using the rod and reel and lure from China and see how he likes it. These are some more lock picking tools. And this is a big clear practice lock. You can see how the pins in the remove condition, you see they're all sort of random, but they'll be moved when you insert the key. They're much higher. They're still a little bit random. And the idea to picking a lock is to emulate a key. In other words, to take all of these little pins and put them in this position, but manually. This lock picking kit and the padlock, the store that sold it went out of business. It's no longer on AliExpress. Anyway, I paid $16 free shipping from a non-existent store for one of these kits. And this second package a pair of kits, a pair of identical kits. Lots and lots of parts. I see push buttons. They display the big chip. All kinds of resistors and capacitors. So this will be a fun project. What is it? It's a little meter kit to measure frequency, capacitance, inductance. Cost $8.50, $5.11 shipping. Say $15. Now the seller's photograph shows two different meters. The difference that I notice is that these red buttons on this meter are lined up on the top, while these buttons are on the bottom, if you will, and the two odd buttons are up here. Well, that's an LED. So this has a row of red buttons and one above it. This is a row of buttons and some below it. But they were both on the seller's page. There's a CZ emblem here and a CZ emblem here and here. And the store, I'll let you look at that. I'm not even going to try to do the thing with it. I believe there actually is a schematic, a parts list. For some reason I didn't print the schematic. And here's the capacity. Well, it needs supplied some voltage. Here's the inductance, capacitance for non-electrolytics. It can measure frequency, I guess. And electrolytics up to 12,000 microfarads. So I'll do a separate project. I haven't built a kit for a while. This is an eBay package. This is a CTS 16 megahertz oven controlled oscillator. It was used, I believe, but the pins are long. It's marked 5 volts DC. I was not able to find information about this other than another seller listed it. I saw it listed by another seller as being a sine wave oscillator. It was an expensive thing. It's ended up being $30.25, and it was sold by that guy right there. Appears to be a combined, well, maybe not. Isn't it cute? Oh, here we go. It's a 110, 12 volt, and 2 amps. And this one's its little brother. The hole for adjusting the voltage misses the potentiometer, and these screw aligning holes miss the screws, but that's okay. And this was shown as having a hinged plastic cover, I believe. This one's rated 110 volts, 5 volts at 2 amps. I may need a power supply for my frequency counter time-based modification. So here we are. These came from this Merhol lighting store. 12 volt, 2 amp, 110 volt were $7 a piece, free delivery. And 12 volts at 2 amps, 110 volts, were $4.90, well, say $5. So the 12 volt one was $5, and this one was $7. Here at the choices, 5 through 48 volts, and 1 through 70 amps.